And we are off. Welcome to episode 112 here at the All Out Podcast. Best podcast in the whole wide world. At least that's what we say to ourselves to keep us going. So that's a good start. Welcome everybody. Glad to have y'all on. Great episode in store per usual. We wouldn't, although honestly we really wouldn't say if we had a bad one, right? We don't have.
Of course, yeah. All of our episodes are our best ones.
Nothing but dubs all the way. Dubs all around, except for if you're the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco Niners, who got upset today. But you know, all stuff to definitely discuss.
Or if you're Josh Allen, he just threw a pick. He threw it trying to get it past the linebackers, and one of them tipped it up, and the other one got it.
It's a bummer for Bills fans. They still down 6-0.
Yep.
Word. And we're gonna have two telecasts right now. We're gonna be. And if you're looking for Sunday Night Football and questions about that, be sure to look at Jay for live updates. And if you're looking for Game 1 of the ALCS, I will be giving live updates on that end. So 2-0 Texas right now, top of the six. But I can dive in from there as well. Does that sound like a plan? Word. Alrighty. Well, diving in, I would flip a coin. Actually, yeah, that's another good idea about where we can dive in there. I'll tell you what, I'll find the coin like we do. And you want to see what's going on. I know you and the missus got a new pet today. That's a fun one for sure.
Yeah. We got a dog, got a little dog. We call her Coco. Coco for short for cocaine.
You could have gone with Cocoa Puffs, but cocaine works also.
Yeah.
What made you go with cocaine? I'm just wondering. Asking for a friend.
What made us go with cocaine again? Because she's white and she's a puppy. She's a mixture like white and black, but mainly white. So
I got you. White goes to cocaine.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I'm glad my parents didn't have that same notion though when I was born. They said, "Hey, let's go with cocaine."
That would have been crazy.
That would have been wild. Would have been a little bit more of an eye catcher, but would have been a strange backstory for me to tell. So I'm glad they just went with Glenn Jr. Makes it easier for me. Fun for sure. If they're hyper though, then. There we go. You have your name perfect for it. So
super hyper.
So I know she can't hear me right now, but you can start putting like energy drinks in the water.
We need anti-energy drinks in her water. We'll be doing something. She'll just run up on you. She'll run right up under your foot. So you definitely got to tread lightly, because if you don't, you will step on her.
There we go. Well, the name matches perfect. It's up to you, Jay. You think we should do another coin toss, or how are we thinking as far as?
Yeah, two definitely. I feel like probably right now, most important should be first, which is the MLB playoffs. I think that's more important right now. I mean, it's just week 6 of the league, so
MLB playoffs it is. That works for me. For good reason too. Before we dive in, I'm going to give a quick sponsorship announcement. Designed a shirt for us, as y'all seen in episode 109. Previewed the Say 2 shirts, and it's going to be designed for the All Podcast. We have a full little line coming up shortly. Be working with him. Be sure to look forward to promo codes, and I'm going to insert link here very shortly to check out all this fun stuff. But yeah, Say 2 clothing brand, very good for athletes and just people looking for good leisure, and comes up with some clever stuff. I got to admit, I got a couple things. I'm more of a shorts guy. I needed new shorts to hoop in, so I got them the other day. They're coming in. Should be in the next couple days.
Definitely, you guys, if y'all can, definitely look into it, shop with them. Great guy, obviously startup company, so nothing like helping startups. So, but he's been in the clothing game for a little minute, but I mean, he's coming out with stuff. He got a new drop coming up, so definitely be the first ones to grab those items. But yeah, if you're looking for nice, something new, leisure wear, definitely the route to go.
Absolutely. It's nice fit, easy comfort. They're breathable too. You can still play sports in them, use them in comfort, and it's a nice design. I like it. Make sure to check out his link, join the email list, because they're dropping end of fall, I know, at the latest early winter. But yeah, for sure. Check him out, join the email list. It's going to be fun for sure. Cop some podcast merch if you like us a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be great. Speaking of merchandise, I see that you're missing you had something on a couple episodes ago that was supporting a team, and you were really confident about that team, and so confident you had 2 hats. Is there not any, where's the same energy today? No hats, nothing, not even a jersey. What's going on? I know you were
I get
so
that.
hyped up after this said team beat one of my teams, and they came from behind, and everybody thought that, at least in Atlanta, they thought they won the World Series, forgetting that they had to go play 2 games at Citizens Bank Park, which is nightmarish for teams if you're not the Phillies.
If you look at it, you guys won fair and square. No, definitely no issues with that. So, as the guy that I am, I'm gonna come out here and yeah. Oh man,
I am so proud of you. I am so proud right now. That is a man of his word. That is major props. That is just incredible. I finally got him, folks. This is history. I finally got him to wear something Philly. It took. We had a side bet going, for those who don't know, that whoever won or lost had to rep the other one. Man of his word, stuck it. Finally got him to rep some Phillies merch, and dare I say, the hat looks very well on you. Fits you nice. Think it could be a full-time thing if you wear it out, right?
nah, not a full time thing. Listen, you guys. Hey, I was on the low because the guys obviously at home didn't know. I was on the low, kind of rooting for the Braves here. They got beat. Sure enough, it was by your team, of course. I'm not a sore loser in all, in everything. So I feel like this right here this was suitable. So
It's a good hat. I'll tell you that. It's clean, and it's very, very, very fresh. Stuck to his word, and Philly stuck to theirs as they took down the Braves in 4 games. Helped me follow through on a couple of bets, saying that we were the best home team in the league, and sure enough, we were. Would you look at that? Game 3 was a very dominant one. Obviously, we have the stare down of Bryce Harper, who reminded the Atlanta Braves who their founder and owner is, because he absolutely dominates them in the postseason. It's not even close. Person over 500 in a playoff series all time. It's just ridiculously good. But yeah, he killed them in Game 3, having 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and staring down Orlando Arcia, who made a comment, haha, attaboy Harper. And yeah, it came back to bite him as Harper returned the favor and was very prominent in our 2 victories. And another prominent source was the man himself, Nick Castellanos. I have to say, some bad news must have been happening in the Philadelphia area, because Nick Castellanos, back-to-back games, 2 home runs, and that tends to be his go-to. That's his fuel. So he dominated and was the main reason we won Game 4, along with fantastic pitching from Ranger Suarez and our entire bullpen. Huge catch by Johan Rojas at the wall, and of course Brandon Marsh stepping up big, coming through, and the $1 million man himself, Trey Turner, coming back after that standing ovation and turned everything around. I'm not going to be a man. I'm not against my word either. I apologize, because at times I wasn't fully in. Me and a lot of people in Philadelphia were not fully happy with him and very upset. But yeah, he turned it around. He turned it around, and everything has been going great in that regard. So shouts out to him. He has flipped the script. But yeah, we do have the Diamondbacks coming up. Game starts tomorrow. Game 1, 8:07. You guys can know where I will be at that time, standing in front of the television in one of my Philly jersey, which is going to be the Chase Utley I'm going with. My favorite player growing up, and still obviously probably one of my favorite players. Him or all time, it'd still have to be Chase Utley, because he really put. I mean, for Philadelphia fans in my age, he really gave us some good moments in Philly. So he definitely still has the cake in my book. But yeah. Other side, you have the Rangers taking down the Orioles in a very, very wild and surprising series. Not only did they beat them, they swept them in 3 games. If only I had my lucky broom, I could sweep as well, but that's not here. Yeah, but crazy series there, a lot of surprises. And now the Rangers and Astros are in Game 1. Rangers are up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Astros have home field advantage because they won the head-to-head battles. And yeah, that's how that's going to go. 4 people remaining. Jay, what are your picks? What are your predictions for the X2 series and the championship series, at least?
I mean, it's looking like a good chance for a repeat from last year's championship series. So I mean, but I don't know. I feel like the Rangers got something to say about it. I'm not a huge believer in the Diamondbacks. Um, it pains me to say this, but I do believe you guys will handle the Diamondbacks. Out of the Rangers and Astros, uh, I like Verlander a lot, so I'm not really sure exactly if I want to go against them, but I feel like I don't know. If you had to put a gun to my head right now, I'm gonna say it's a repeat of last year. I'm gonna say it's you guys versus the Astros.
Having home field in that case, and a lot of experience in this situation, especially in the Astros part, so it could come through big, which I'm also saying. Obviously, I'm picking the Phillies in that series. I want to say the Rangers, just because I can't stand the Astros, but I think the Astros could pull it out. But Texas is one of those pesky teams, and obviously, when I say I'm picking the Phillies, I'm not saying it's going to be a sweep by any means. I think it's going to be a very hard-fought series because the Diamondbacks are a pesky team. They're not. They don't. They got good talent. It's not like they're the hype everybody had them coming in, but to sweep the Dodgers, that's no easy task whatsoever. They have not lost yet either in this postseason, sweeping both the Brewers and the Dodgers. So I know we only lost one game, but it's which could actually play in our favor because at least we got punched in the mouth once, so we know it's like they're still on their high horse. Could be knocked down, and one or two games could be the difference. But yeah, all around exciting. My pick, I'm gonna be Phillies, and just to play devil's advocate, I'm gonna go Rangers as well. So,
Rangers, got you. Nothing wrong with that.
Just to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I feel like historically in sports, whenever you're this close to getting a rematch from the previous year's championship, typically teams come through. So obviously with the Astros experience, with you guys obviously coming from what you came from last season, being a wild card team, making it as far as you did, and now going the Braves the way you did. I feel like you guys are coast. No, I wouldn't say coasting, but you guys are 100% on your way back to where you guys left off from last year. Obviously, the only thing that you guys have to do now is just cash in and actually take care of business. But yeah, I'm thinking that it's going to be a rematch of last year.
Good signs in Philly, though. Everything's nice and happy. Well, at least it was until 8 o'clock today.
Yeah, it was nice and happy until this is a great segue into some NFL news. Let's start with the big stuff here. Two teams walking into today undefeated. The San Francisco 49ers and Glenn's Eagles. So let's go to, even though that the 49ers played first, we're going to go straight to what happened recently. Glenn, obviously, since this is your team, talk to me about what happened. You guys lost to the New York Jets, the Zach Wilson Jets, the Robert Saleh Jets, the Aaron Rodgers-less Jets, the 85 Bears Jets, the JETS Jets. Talk to me about exactly what happened here and what caused you guys to lose.
I can't say anything back because I just have to endure it. They lost to the Jets, so that's pretty pathetic. A terrible loss if you're the Eagles now. I'm not saying this just because we lost to them. The Jets are a very, very good defensive team, but their offense is nothing to write home about, of course. But yeah, their defense is still always good. But even without Sauce Gardner playing today, I think that was just amazing how they were able to still muster up a great defensive game, picking off Jalen Hurts not one, not two, but three times. So that's a little concerning, especially after we did the entire segment on Dak throwing 3 interceptions, and now he's doing the same thing, I guess, throwing 3 more on his end. Frustrating game, I would say, to say the least. Fortunately for me, I didn't watch the first half and most of the third quarter because I was playing hockey at again 4 o'clock. So I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna miss the Eagles. I checked the score. I was like, thank God I missed the fucking Eagles. But so yeah, just from what I saw in the fourth quarter, and it's just been like the Eagles needed this. You say this all the time, and I couldn't agree more. The Eagles needed this today. They needed to get knocked down by a team they should have beaten. They should have lost to a team that they've never lost to in the history, so that record's gone too. They needed to lose today. because from what if it's anything like I've seen the last couple of weeks, I know I've been hyped just because they're 5-0, and 5-0 is still good because you won 5 games and you lost none, so that's obviously good. But like, they have not looked clean. Their offense has not looked efficient. We've yet to really blow out. Like, I know we've had high scoring games and all that, and it may look like it's a big separation at the end, but as far as dominating a team, shutting them out, closing the door, we've yet to have that so far. I mean, we were in a 1-score game with the Patriots, who are just, I don't even know what they're like. It's my surprise team of the year was the Patriots. Bad call on that part. The Vikings were a 1-score game. The Buccaneers was 2-score games, but it was close basically the first half. Obviously, we have the Commandskins was overtime field goal by Jake Elliott, and the Rams last week was a 2-score game on paper, but it was a 1-score game basically the whole time. And then this week we lost 20-14. It just didn't look good. Didn't look good football. In the fourth quarter, I saw Hurts. Obviously, I was told through 2 interceptions at the point, and I'm gonna take a page out of Jay Sean's book with Dak Prescott. On the 3rd and 7 when we're up 14-12. Who on God's green earth was he throwing that ball to? Maybe the guys in green blended in with the field and he just didn't see him? But was he expecting the guy to just turn around and give the ball to the receiver on the slot? Like, I don't know what he saw in that play. It wasn't like the guy made a jumping great catch. I'm watching it on my phone, so it's not like a super, it's not super large screen to see. And he's thrown, and I just hear picked off, and I'm just staring at it, thinking, what's the game plan on that one? A little concerning in that regard. Hurts throwing 3 interceptions. Obviously, I'm not going to overreact, but because it is one game, and we lost to a game we should have won last year to the Commandskins, and ended up going to the Super Bowl. So, but we got to fix a lot of stuff, because the one play I saw that if it happened all game would have made me burst a blood vessel, which has happened many times as in being an Eagles fan. What was the plan on 4th and 8? We're down. The Jets had just scored. They're up 20-14.
Yeah, Brees Hall just run in.
Yeah, 4th and 8 we get to. We muster the powerful offense, mustered up 2 yards in a 2-minute drill drive. But yeah, 4th and 8, you're going long, 50 yards to your Devontae Smith in double coverage.
Oh yeah, the double coverage
with
over
a minute 30 to go in the game and a timeout.
To be honest, to be completely honest, to me it looked like, and I mean, I know it's not good to say this about quarterbacks, obviously anybody in the league, but it looked like Jalen Hurts really just was not interested in the game. I mean, uncharacteristic interceptions. I will admit that interception that he threw the screen pass and it flew out of his guy's hand and went into Williams' hands for the Jets. Not his fault, but I mean, that pass, that deep ball over the middle was supposed to be intercepted. The DB just lost it going to the ground. But yeah, I don't know. It just looked like fuck it. Let me just throw the ball down the field, and hey, if you make it, he make the play. If you don't, he don't. I don't know if that's like some, and again, I know for a fact this isn't really the case in any locker room, but I mean, it does beg the question. I mean, it's just like some super psychological thing, we're going to lose this game to the Jets so we can get humiliated, so we can get back on track because everybody telling us how good we are. I don't know, but at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, I wasn't too understanding of that pass. So yeah, I didn't really get that one.
Like, I get it if you had 30 seconds left in the game and you need a touchdown short, but you had a minute 30 to go. What you airing it out for, my guy? I mean, I don't know. Like you said, maybe it's just if it happens, it happens, and I'm on ESPN tonight. Wonderful. But yeah, it's just a brutal way to lose a game, and just especially to the Jets. I know they're at home. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter. You got to win this game. No excuses. Again, good to get punched in the mouth, but you got to win this football game, flat out.
Yeah,
there's no excuse.
I mean, like I said, the team's playing again. The team's playing their backup quarterback. You could argue Sauce is their best defensive player, he's not playing this game, and you lose. I mean, like I've said, I think when we talked about when you guys played the Vikings, I think that was what, week 2, week 3 or something. And I came out and I said,
Week two.
like they don't, yeah, they don't offensively, they don't look good. You know, Kirk Cousins had his numbers. He had 300 plus passing yards, no interceptions, and Jalen Hurts did not look as good as he needed to. And I mean, this season right here alone, I mean, he threw 6 interceptions last season. He's already thrown 7. So I mean, and we're not even halfway through the season just yet. So I mean, I feel like they have to get back to like I do feel like genuinely once the season moves on, the loss of the OC and the DC is gonna. I'm not gonna say it's gonna hurt as much as it would a regular team. Because I do admit they're not a regular team; they're a pretty good team. But I do feel like some of the situational football moments is where it's going to show that the new OC and new DC, coupled with a couple new faces or whatever. I just don't believe it's going to pan out 100% of the time. The way again last year, look, they I think you guys even on the goal line, I think tried to run that Philly that brotherly love play, and it got stopped, and I was like, whoa. But even though we're talking about Philly, hats off to that defense. The Jets defense played absolutely amazing. Played a great game. So yeah, they played an absolutely great game. But one thing I can't agree with you on that 3rd and 9. I tried. I don't know why Jalen Hurts thought about taking that risk, but I mean, he tried to fit it in between 2 guys. Yeah, that's it right there.
Like who? That's worse than the Dak one yesterday or
Yeah.
last week. Who does he not see Brody right there?
But see, it looked like because even like after, like they showed the replay after the interception was thrown, and it looked as if he tried to fit it in between 2 defenders. So I mean,
I know he's
I don't.
wearing green, but it's not Eagles green. It's New York Jets green. Do they know that? Are they aware?
I mean,
I'm just checking.
should have.
They're wearing frustrating us.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was amazed. When I seen it, I was amazed that he threw it as well. But again, in the grand scheme of things, it's a loss. You know, late November, early December, it won't matter. But at the end of the day, you definitely it's ways to lose. I'm not sitting here saying it's not, but I will admit I was kind of surprised in the manner you guys lost to today. And one thing, like I said, even though we're not talking much about the Jets, I do. Garrett Wilson is absolutely a stud. That kid's a stud. The catches that he made, the I feel like the clutch moments that they were in, he got open, made a play with the ball in his hands. I mean, he's a great player. But yeah, you guys took a very, very tough loss. However, you guys are not the only team who took a tough loss because you're not the only team who lost to a backup quarterback. And the other team, well, the undefeated team walking into today who lost to a backup quarterback. And it's not even that the Browns were playing their backup because their backup got hurt because their backup is the kid from UCLA. They're playing their 3rd string quarterback, PJ Walker. Many of you have seen PJ Walker before. He played for Carolina some last year. He found himself a new home with the Browns. I believe he was practice squad at one point. And then obviously with the injury to Deshaun Watson and the injury to the backup quarterback, Thompson, his last name, I believe. So, they had to play the 3rd string quarterback. So now the 49ers walk into Cleveland playing the Browns, and the Browns end up squeaking out a win. It was another one of those defensive games, and early off in this game, CJ McCaffrey got a touchdown. However, after that drive, he did end up going out. He had an injury. I think it was quad or something like that. Then Debo went out as well. So this right here was a perfect opportunity for Brock Purdy to display, what it's like playing without all pros everywhere you look, especially at the skill position spot with obviously both of those guys, Debo and C-Mac being all pros. And he came up short. Now, I will say this, even though I'm not the biggest Brock Purdy fan, I'm not going to kill the guy. I mean, he's 10 games, 11 games straight of wins. games that he started to finish, of course. So again, I'm not going to sit here and kill him with one loss. I will come out and say I was surprised at how well the Browns defense played. They played a very very physical game. I mean, they were winning at the line of scrimmage. Their guys in the secondary were playing pretty decent. They had a whiff towards the end of the game. They let Ayuk, which is Ayuk, also kind of cost them the game as well. Ayuk dropped a couple of balls, but the defense play they had a play in the late of the fourth where Ayuk caught like a ball in the flat, and it could have been tackled for like a 2-3 yard gain. However, the defense looked lackadaisical, and they just ended up letting them go for I think like a 18, 15 yard gain that put the 49ers in field goal range when the field goal kicker missed that kick. But yeah, so now we're looking at no more undefeated teams in the league. Two teams that, again, you got one team playing a backup quarterback and the other one's playing their third string quarterback. You surely wasn't expecting for those teams to lose, but that ended up happening. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that after the first two games of the season for the Dallas Cowboys, coming off a high, we were ready to crown them and anoint them as, they arrived, they lost. You look at the absolute beatdown that the Miami Dolphins put on the Broncos 70-10 or 70-20. They come out next week, they lost. You look at how we anointed the Detroit Lions after week one. Detroit Lions played, they beat the Chiefs. Oh my goodness, they lose week two. And now you look at the 49ers this week, they just put a beating on the Dallas Cowboys, and we're anointing them, and they say a loss. So I do want to keep in mind that obviously we got teams, we root for certain teams or whatever, but pro sports is pro sports such an amazing thing because like I said, you got these teams who we look at as underdogs come out and play a really really good game of football. And I will honestly admit I watched the Browns game, and me personally, because obviously I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not really rooting for the Browns or the Niners. But seeing how well that defense played put a huge. I was at work watching the game. I had a huge smile on my face. So I'm like, these guys win at the line of scrimmage. Secondary players are making key plays. Again, we got some help. Well, they got some help with Brian and Ayuk dropping some passes. But yeah, very 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 good game from the Browns. Shouts out to them for getting a much. I'm pretty sure almost anybody who had parlays, power plays with the 49ers winning lost some money today because there had to be about 90% of people in the world who bet it. Had to have anybody who betted on that game. I'm pretty sure 90% of the people betted that the Niners are going to win. So,
I mean, yeah, at first, yeah, you would think, but that's why, like you mentioned, it's a great point. But after we've crowned people, they've lost next week. Very very good point there. But yeah, it's amazing that they just flat out choked. I mean, they missed the field goal, and obviously losing those guys are tough, but brutal loss in that regard because I mean they really got upset by the Browns. Every time the Browns do it though, the rainy game in Cleveland today, they upset the Niners. Rainy day in Cleveland, they upset the Bengals week one. So I had to take my time with that one there.
No, you're all good. Yeah, I mean they're a team that's kind of how I see it, kind of the anti Miami Dolphins, because I feel like if Miami gets you down there in sunny Miami, just regular old heat Miami, they're going to turn into a track meet and you're over with. But if you can get those guys down in Buffalo, or even if they can get in, play the Browns or whatever up in their weather, it's a different ball game. I know Kyle Shanahan was looking forward to playing in this weather because it was going to be he knew it was going to be basically a mud fest. And the coach from the
bite him in the ass.
Yeah, right. It did. The coach from oh man, what's the coach name in Cleveland? I'm looking
It's
at him
not
in the
Freddie
face.
Kitchens still.
No, not Kitchens. It's Kevin Stefanski.
Fantastic.
During
Good
yeah,
memory.
I was looking at him in the face. I couldn't think of his name, but he went into halftime and one of the reporters were asked him a question and he was like, what's his strategy? What does he look forward towards doing?" And he said, "We're going to drag him in the mud with us," because he knew exactly what kind of game this was. And I mean, it was a physical game. Um, I would like to see a little more from Bosa. Bosa came alive at the end. He got a sack in the fourth quarter. But all in all, it was a well played game by the Browns. And if I'm the Niners, I'm in the same boat as the Eagles. Hey, we were undefeated, nice run. Um, Long term, when we get weeks away from this, those mistakes that we made, we were getting away with in other games. So now, because even in other games, obviously mistakes happen. But now you get a fresh look. All right, cool, we lost, and so now we're killing this undefeated talk. Now we're just another team. So now we're just fighting for spots just as well as everyone else.
Brings everybody back down to earth. Keeps them humble and keeps their mind focused. Not expecting everything to be a win, which is good. Very, very good for sure. Who do the Niners got next week? Do you know?
Next week, the Niners. It's supposed to be a good game next week.
Should be a banger. We definitely have a banger up in Philadelphia because we have. Well, technically, it won't be.
You guys got the Dolphins.
We got the Miami Dolphins, led by the man himself, to a touchdown. But yeah,
the Vikings coming up.
That's gonna be very good. 49ers got the Vikings. That's still gonna be a good game because I'm still believing in Kirk Cousins and company. I know he's missing Justin Jefferson, which is big news, by the way. Justin Jefferson out 4 weeks due to an injury, but yeah, I think that that's still gonna be a good game for them for sure. But yeah, next week Eagles Dolphins going to be even more of a banger. I'm excited for that one. Speaking of the Dolphins, something I've been waiting to talk about on the show since 9:30 this morning when I found the news. Make sure my mic's all good. I would like you to tell me now on the show that we've created and done for now 112 episodes in the making and over a year, and your very, very wide range of football knowledge. I mean, I was watching back the episode yesterday and I'm hearing you break down plays and all that. I'm like, damn, Jay actually knows what he's talking about. Alright, bet. That's crazy because I was putting the clips of what you were saying next to it. I was like, holy shit, he predicted everything. You play football for years, and you know football, of course, all around. I would just like to know what told you this morning that the 0-6, or 0-5 Carolina Panthers, who are going on the road to play the offense has put up the most yards in NFL history on a defense that's let up 40 points, 24 points, and hasn't let under 20 points all year, and they only let 20 up once. What about you told you that the Panthers were going to beat my Miami Dolphins? If not, the only driving factor is that you hate TUA touchdown. Please, I've been dying to know. If you hate him, just be honest and just say it. It will make me sleep better at night. Because if you actually had a reason for them beating this game, I'm going to be amazed. So the floor is yours. I want to know what went through your head to make you pick the Panthers over the Dolphins.
Well, very, very great question. I'm glad you asked. I just believed in the Panthers this morning. I woke up and
It doesn't count. You can't just say I believed in them. No.
I mean, listen. What I'm saying is,
give me something.
Listen, Bryce Young, first pick in the draft, hasn't won a game yet. Now, I will be honest. A lot of other things factored into this: the weather, what I ate, what time I got to work, all this stuff factored into making this decision. But I will be honestly, when you look at it around the league, a team who we thought was going to be dog water, the Texans. The Texans are actually out here winning games. You look at how Cincinnati started the season. Horrible. They're back on track. They're winning games. So I'm thinking right now this is like that midway shift to where teams who are, losing get wins. And I don't think 0-6 is is feasible for a team where you got the first pick or the draft, obviously at quarterback. So I mean, I had faith. You guys are right. Well, yeah, you guys are riding high. Every time I look to Tyreek Hill's in the end zone, so I'm just like, okay, this would be a good time to bring in an upset. And I had Bryce Young, both two Alabama quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? They got the chemistry there. You know, I had faith that you got, and plus your defense is absolutely trash. So okay, we're watching C.J. Stroud flourish in Houston. You know, Bryce Young's in Carolina. He can do the same. So I just wanted. Is it really my fault being from Carolina to expect the Carolina Panthers to finally get a win? That's all I did. I
Okay,
just
if you're
expected
pulling
them to
out
get a
that
win.
card, then the Chargers are really kind of get jealous really fast. But all right, you made it admirable. You made some good points.
Yeah, I mean,
But what trap game? Of course, probably you were thinking. But there's like no reason you've yet to pick the Dolphins this year. Yet.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
and
No
you've also dude, you have yet to pick the Dolphins.
Wow.
That's why
Holy.
you keep betting against the team you keep saying facts over
No,
feelings,
I
but you're
didn't
picking
know.
both my teams.
I
You
didn't
picked the
know. What do you
Eagles.
mean?
Dude, you have been getting slaughtered right now because you keep betting against my guys. It worked out for you in the Jets case today, but like you're picking these guys just off of
No,
you want them to lose.
I felt like the Jets were going to win today. I mean, all my picks are pretty spot on.
I like the Jets one. I like the Jets pick. All right.
Yeah, I like the Jets.
Let's
Yeah,
just
that's pretty good.
Week 1, you went Chargers over Dolphins.
That's
No
my team.
beef
I had
there.
to go Chargers. Yeah.
No beef there. It's your team. Makes sense all day long. Totally makes sense on that one. Week 2, you went Dolphins. Where you at? Dolphins over Patriots.
Yeah.
This bro went
Mac-
Patriots.
Mac
This guy
Jones
went
in there.
Patriots. But I give you that one. I give you that one because the Patriots looked very good after Week 1 against the Eagles. They looked very, very solid. So I could see how you went with that one. I give you that one too. Week 3, you chose Broncos country, let's die, and Russell Wilson over the Miami Dolphins.
I mean, hey, if you look at it from the numbers. Russell Wilson's playing pretty
No numbers. You know how we feel about Russell Wilson here at the All Out
good. Yeah,
Podcast.
but I mean, they got Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy.
No. Yeah, they got Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. Wonderful. That's like the Walmart version of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. Wonderful.
Right.
No, you went with Broncos country. Let's ride. Over
I'm pretty comfortable
Tua.
with my pick. I'm pretty comfortable. 50
And this is why you're 5 games behind me. This right here is why you're 5 games behind me in the race.
Well, listen,
and the
I'm gonna be
fans
very
too.
honest. If we're talking 5 games, I don't think I'm gonna be just 5 games after this week because I
only
lost
one
a
you-
lot of games.
The only one you got right against the Dolphins right now is the Bills, which was a good pick because I just went with them off a hunch, but I should have known what was happening. And then last week you chose what about the Giants? Made you think they were going to beat the Dolphins?
Daniel Jones. What do you mean?
Danny Pennies, that guy.
I mean, I felt like Daniel Jones. He got Darren Waller.
Oh my
You
God.
know,
When you were picking the Panthers and Bryce Young, did you think they were playing Steve Young and thought they were going to win the game, or what was your plan there?
I mean, no, I knew it was Bryce. I mean, you gotta understand, man. Listen. Imagine if I was on the staff of Carolina. I gotta have faith. You know.
God, you're on the staff of hating TUA touchdown. That's the staff.
No.
You hate, bro.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't hate the guy. All right. I don't hate the guy.
You strongly dislike?
I don't dislike Tua.
God.
Yeah,
You're not for him, I'll tell you that. You're not for him, I'll tell you that.
Never. But
No.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. Matter of fact, I can make you a deal. Who they got next week? I'll be honest. Cogent, analysis. Shout out to Kevin Wilds. It's Cogent. I'm all right. I'm not even. You got the
Oh my
Eagles.
God! You talk about a rock and a hard place for you. Next week,
Right.
who are you gonna hate more? It's who do you hate less? That's what it's gonna be. Who do you want to? How do you want to piss me off more?
Oh man. This is.
God.
Why did I look at this? This is absolutely sick.
Yeah.
Um,
You want to just leave that one blank? Like you're taking a multiple
might.
choice test. You might just leave that one blank.
no, I'm gonna just say it's gonna be a tie.
Just gonna go for it. You're gonna predict a tie. If you predict a tie, I will give you I will take your record. I will give you the five game lead if you predict a tie. Oh my God, that is insane.
I'm predicting tie. That's what I'm gonna do. Both teams struggling right now. Both of them not looking good. Both of them go Super Bowl aberrations. I don't know why, but
What about the Dolphins are struggling? They just put up 42 points.
yeah, but they're struggling. All right.
Oh God,
They came out
'cause they got
sloppy
two.
against the Dolphins. All right, they came out sloppy. Okay, they were not
The
able.
Dolphins came up. The Dolphins came out sloppy against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I think so.
No. Dolphins
came up
sloppy against Carolina. They had.
They honestly, they didn't look good. When they went up 14-0, I'm thinking there's no way Jay got this right, and then TUA, and then scored like 40 unanswered points. But
I mean, listen, they got Raheem Mostert is out here running around like he's 20,
Mustard?
23. Yeah. You said Mustard. I was like, what? He ran like he's 23 years old. This man is 31, running the ball up and down the field. I'm like, what the heck? But
bro was a gangster.
yeah. Now, you got this. You said something earlier. We were talking earlier. The top 5 thing. I want to get the what did you get out of that? Because I'm trying to find out.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I meant to. I'll give you a preview now, but I'm just gonna surprise you. It was something, and the night just got hectic and crazy. But
Yeah.
so what I was gonna do was the idea with TUA. I'm gonna do an experiment because that's obviously something we do here. The idea with TUA is, without Tyreek Hill, without Jalen Waddle, he won't be anything. He sucks. Blah 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 blah. That's what I always hear from everybody. I heard it from all group chats I was hyping TUA up in today and all that stuff. So that's the argument I hear. And so what I say is, if you take away anybody's weapons, they're gonna be worse. Obviously, like if you take Travis Kelce and Andy Reid away from Patrick Mahomes, he's gonna be worse. If you take away Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, Josh Allen is gonna be worse. You take away Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts is gonna be worse. So forth and so on. You're taking away an asset because the quarterback is great, but receivers are also great as well. So for me, I wanted to go back, look up each team's top receiver, and it could be a tight end too, because in the Chiefs' case, Travis Kelce is their leading receiver most of the time. But take away their leading receiver and compare everybody's numbers. I take away everybody's number one, so I take away Diggs from Allen, I take away Brown from Hurts, I take away Chase from Burrow, and I take away Kelce from Mahomes, and I found what was your top? It was your top 5 was your top 5: Lamar, Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, and Hurts. Your top 5. Lamar, I was either Zay Flowers or Mark Andrews probably, but I take away the top receiver and just see how they do, see their yards, and compare from there.
Now I'm gonna be very honest. I feel like because this is kind of let me get to my point on Tua. Well, yeah, because the question was we had in the group chat was like, who's more valuable, Tua or Tyreek for the Dolphins? My answer was Tyreek, but my answer was Tyreek based off of if you look at what he's done. Look at Kansas City's offense when they had Tyreek on it. Kansas City's offense when they had Tyreek on it was absolutely a cheat code. You got Mahomes can just throw the ball, a million yards downfield, Tyreek Hill somewhere down there. If you look at him even in the Super Bowl they won against the 49ers, I believe. Yeah, 49ers. He threw him a punt. He literally threw him a punt. So I'm saying the style of game with a Tyreek Hill on the field is absolutely just next level. And that's all I was saying. You look at Tua, he's and a lot of quarterbacks do it nowadays because I heard I heard it was a show that was talking about it, how the bubble screen, the tunnel screen are really, really like inflators to a quarterback stats. Because if a guy take a bubble screen and turn it up for like 20 yards, then it's gonna look like the quarterback it's just gonna stack up the quarterback yardage. But I mean, if you look at how dangerous Tyreek Hill is, purely how dangerous he is, you got guys who, if you're playing man to man coverage, you really are at a huge disadvantage if you're trying to play him up close. If you play him off too far, if he can make you, if he makes you miss, you're really at his mercy with how fast he is. And plus, he draws so much attention from the defense. Defenses have to keep too high, which therefore in turn makes the box very, very light. Now, like I said, you got the running backs, Achain, the rookie, Mostert, Jeff Wilson. You got these guys playing like all stars, because Tyreek Hill, also coupled by Jalen Waddle, requires so much attention due to their speed. So I'm not looking at it from the standpoint of just my feelings for Tua or whatever, or non-feelings for that matter, of Tua. It's not like I'm looking at it. Yeah, that sounded kind of emotional, but yeah, it's not.
It sounded your feelings
Right.
for Tua.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that sounds bad. It's like I'm on a Drake album. But yeah, like I'm just like it's. I'm looking at it simply because I see Tyreek Hill in Kansas City, and I see Patrick Mahomes flourish, and I see him out of Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is obviously he's going to end up in Canton one day. He's a great. So he masked for. I feel like he's playing Tom Brady esque as far as I had Randy Moss. Randy Moss is now no longer with us. Now all I got is my tight end. So now I got Gronk, and I got to make players out of Edelman, Amendola. What's my other guy? Wes Welker.
Wes
I got to
Welker.
make right. I got
Well,
to make
all
these.
three of those guys were ballers, but yeah.
But see, they were ballers under playing with Tom, because Tom built a huge trust in them. I feel like right now the Kansas City Chiefs are placed in that same situation. They got an all-time tight end, and now they're trying to find those kind of like do-it-all slot receiver, or at least another player outside of Kelsey who could stretch the field. They're getting tremendous support from Pacheco out of the backfield. What's the other kid? The third down running back, the pass catcher, out of the backfield. I can't think of it. I can't
McKinnon,
think of
Jared
it.
McKinnon.
McKinnon, yeah, Jerry McKinnon. But in the day, he's like Patrick Mahomes is more in that kind of Brady-esque feel of like, okay, now I gotta make these guys better. And my ending point is, that's my thing with Tua. I don't think he's making Tyreek Hill any better. I think Tyreek Hill is just being Tyreek Hill, which is the athlete that he is. I feel like his game does not Tua's game does not really Tua's game doesn't benefit Tyreek Hill more than Tyreek Hill's game benefits Tua. And that's all I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the day, I feel like if you put Tua
Well, like,
you make go ahead.
well, it just depends though, because like Tyreek Hill left Kansas City and they won another Super Bowl. So I'm
Right.
not saying Tua is yet on the Mahomes level, but Tua with a little bit more is up there. I don't think Mahomes has played well at all. Like MVP, Mahomes isn't there right now. He's just
No,
not playing at that level right now. Where I think Tua is playing at that level because he's putting up record-breaking numbers. He's managed his turnovers because for a while there he would put up great numbers but also turn the ball over. And if you put up 3 touchdowns for 300 yards, but you also have 4 turnovers, it doesn't really. It's kind of double negative.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It cancels out.
Listen, he's playing good.
So
right
he's playing good for sure. Obviously, when you have Tyreek Hill, it adds so much more to your game. But then again, you just got like I said, you take away a star wide receiver from anybody, it's gonna decrease your game. Now you could say Mahomes won MVP in the Super Bowl, so the Tyreek Hill effect didn't work on him.
Right.
But
That's the key
issue.
to it though.
That's the thing.
key. But see, my thing. But again, is and this is why I love the sports debates because there's so many ways you can go about it. Because even though he's still obviously he won a Super Bowl in the MVP without him, he's still thrown into what many people believe is one of the best tight ends to ever touch a football in Travis Kelce. He still has those guys. So I mean, basically what I'm trying to say, Tua is in my eyes is playing with an already made guy. He's not like it's not a player who we witnessed under like this guy's playing in Miami, he's flourishing because Tua's throwing him the ball. Like he hasn't reached that standpoint, and maybe he will one day. But I don't think he reached that standpoint of like truly like transforming a receiver into a number one. Because I mean, if you look, I wasn't number one because Tyreek's there, but transforming a guy into like a very, very reliable option. Look at what Tom Brady did with Julian Edelman. With
Do you think he's doing that with? Do you think he's doing that with Jalen Waddle?
Not necessarily, because I mean, Waddle was wasn't he like a first round? He was a first round pick, but
Yeah, he was a first round pick.
I mean, listen, now we can definitely one day give him that title of doing that. But I feel like, Waddle came into the league with expectations. We knew exactly what Waddle was going to be on. But I mean, look at who was the receiver? Oh man,
Barrios.
No. Barrios is not that good yet. But I see you picked up Barrios in fantasy too, and I was like, I had to let him go because of space reasons. But yeah, like I say, we didn't. Edelman was a quarterback, before he got with the Patriots. Tom Brady made his career what some people will argue for him being in the Hall of Fame and him winning the Super Bowl MVP. Look at how valuable Wes Welker was to him. Wes Welker was a guy, a solid guy, but playing with Tom Brady transforming his game. Look at Amendola. Amendola was a guy, he was a regular. These are regular guys who Tom Brady made very, very, reliable, useful guys. So again, maybe it's just the way I look at things. Maybe it's the way I critique. But that's what I'm saying. As far I don't see that transcendent from Tua. I truly believe Tua is a replaceable guy. I think if you can put any kind of like how Kyle Shanahan's system in, you can put any quarterback back there, they're gonna look good. And I feel like whenever you play with Tyreek, you can put anybody. We can throw him the ball, he's gonna look good. So
it's fair for sure. I'm excited to see where these two can keep going with it. But I mean, I think that I didn't mean to cut you off there, but yeah, like Tyreek Hill is for real at all levels. But I still give Tua his flowers, especially with Jalen Waddle, because they came in at the same time, and Waddle's been shining with him. Now,
I mean, Waddle was gonna shine wherever he goes. Waddle's a top tier player. Again, Waddle's gonna play great regardless of where he's at. Matter of fact, who am I playing? I'm playing. That's Hugo, right?
Yeah.
Hugo tried his damnedest to play me. Look who, bro. Go check out Hugo's roster and go look at his last player off the bench.
Aubrey's Angels versus Taylor Heineke's. I love your name, by the way. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Josh Allen, Demarico, Pacheco, Ridley, Flowers. The last person. Why did he pick up Rob Gronkowski?
Right, we gotta find this guy for trying. He's tampering. He's trying to lose on purpose. He's trying to get my coveted first pick.
We could. That is a good point. We could find him for tampering.
Yeah,
we'll take committee. Why would he put Garrett Wilson on the bench?
He's tampering.
He could be.
Who do you got?
We might.
Poo over Garrett Wilson, really?
Who are these guys? Quarterback
Gabe Davis?
Malik Cunningham? What is he doing? Keaton Mitchell? Off roster?
Who is DeMarco? Who is the running back? Who is this guy?
Who the hell is Malik Cunningham? And I don't even know. Keaton Mitchell, running back for the Ravens. Who are these guys? That's it. I got to call him right now.
Oh, let's go.
What happened?
Saquon burst through the middle.
Fuck. Did he score?
No.
Oh, I'm watching. Damn, how far? Damn, how far ahead of me are you?
First ever live call on the show, guys.
He is, in fairness, he is watching the Bills game, so he's probably not gonna.
Yeah, Barkley got another one.
Bruh.
About time, bro. like I don't. This offensive line is
No, that was
absolute
Breed, I think.
garbage. But yeah, man, he's tampering. We got to get him. Got to send him that fine.
Well,
Is there like a? 'Cause I heard in fantasy leagues they have a penalty for coming in last.
yeah, we're doing that this year.
Okay, word. So even if somebody got the first round pick, the first overall pick is it's a good and bad thing at the same time. Yeah, I mean, right now I think Tim's still in last because Tim's. I think somebody put up a 170 on Tim or something like that.
Little fantasy recap so far with the Hugo and Tim tomorrow. But yeah, no, that's got to be something's going up. I don't know who those two Brodies are, but I don't know. I legit.
Because at first, like beginning, I was slated to lose. I was like, I think he had like 72% at one point. I was supposed to lose, but then I made some adjustments because I wasn't losing. Then yeah, then I ended up not losing. I mean, yeah, I never wasn't planning on. I just got bro. He's 100% tampering. He put in Malik Cunningham. That's the backup quarterback, the backup to the backup on the Patriots.
He put him in his no. He's kept
No. He was the backup. No, I'm saying he was the backup quarterback. And then he's 100% tackling. Caden Mitchell
Tamper
is.
He literally just watched this entire drive.
Yeah,
just realized the Giants got the ball.
Yeah, that was the Giants. Like those two big runs were from
the Giants.
From Saquon.
I'm a moron. I'm aware of it. What do you do here? 4th and inches. They're bringing out Canal. That's a smart move, I guess. It's crazy though. The Eagles have such an advantage. Why don't teams try it? The tush push.
I'm trying that. I understand Brian Daboll is like psychologically he's messed up here because they haven't scored a touchdown on their home field. I don't think yet this season.
The Giants?
Yeah, I don't think the Giants scored a home field touchdown yet.
This may be one of the worst offenses I've ever seen.
That old line, bro, I'm telling you, that old line is garbage. They got like 4 injuries to offensive linemen, and whoever that left guard is, he's horrible. Number 67. I don't even know lineman numbers. Like
you're talking about horrible. Look at Ohio, South Carolina. Oh, we didn't even talk college football. We'll talk tomorrow.
Man. Yeah. Listen, I watched that Oregon I watched that Oregon Washington game. Penix is the absolute baller.
He's a just flat out stud.
Him and Bo Nix were going back and forth. But he's an absolute baller.
He is an absolute, like you said, baller, stud. He is just he's just looking very, very good. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he definitely is. But
wrap us up for tonight. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and wrap us up. Tune in to our next show. We're going to definitely, like Glenn mentioned, we're going to definitely try to get guys in our fantasy league on the show so we can sit here and talk. Me and definitely stay tuned for one of our shows coming up because me and who am I looking at here? Me and Tim, we still got to go back and forth on our trades. We had some trades that was supposed to happen, but both of us felt like we were getting short into the sticks. So we're going to sit here and dispute it live. Glenn's going to be like the moderator and make sure everything's all clean and fair play, and then he's going to give us the feedback at the end. So right. So yeah, like I said, this wraps us up for tonight. Glenn, go ahead and say some words. Get us up out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to take that cue. Be sure to stay tuned. We're going to have a court will be in session. I will be judge of the trade, and I will decide who was in the right and who was in the wrong. But, yeah, it's going to be a fun one for sure. I think that it's going to be exciting and entertaining because that's what we do here. But, yeah, obviously, thank y'all again for tonight's episode. Very, very smooth, clean.
Yes, sir.
Another clean one for sure. We will see y'all soon. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to do some live coverage of Penn State, Ohio State football. And we should have an episode up before then as well. We'll do another one soon. But, yeah, have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you soon, okay?
Yes, sir. Go Diamondbacks.
Red October. Let's go fighting. Red October. Lead.
All right.